Have you ever traveled through time? We do it every day.
Asgardia is a country with a population of more than 1 million people from more than 200 countries on Earth. Asgardia gives everyone equal opportunities, no matter what their earthly status is.
It is possible to create and live in the future right now. Are you ready? Forward progress is the solution to the entire human race. Our mission is to bridge new horizons. In Asgardia, there is no limit to the universal development in the fields of technology, finance, and arts. Asgardia is a new space and digital economy which creates opportunities for the global economy. We deliver innovations. Do you want to get on board with us? We are developing various kinds of digital businesses, attracting them to the Asgardia platform that can be backed by the means of our umbrella, i.e. franchising of the Asgardia brand. We can not only attract investments into space programs from prominent institutional investors, but also affordable amounts from the citizens of Asgardia. We comprise of more than 1 million people.
Asgardia is a chance to realize one's dream. This is a dream-driven space nation. Asgardia is a chance to belong to a community of free-thinking enthusiasts, goal-driven dreamers, and fearless innovators, theorists, and scientists.
We are the first space nation. One humanity, one unity.
Asgardia.
We are creating
the future.
We did discuss them, and Dan Prover told a bit more about the details of the recording and everything. But there will be one every 2 weeks until the end of the year. So there's quite a few of them to follow.
Yeah,
and there will be one with me in it somewhere in the future, but it has not been recorded yet.
All right. We did wait.
Yeah.
Chair Benedetto.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Hi,
Hello.
Aida. Where are you?
I'm
you
around
are
here.
in the hiding in the screen.
I'm hiding because I'm still in bed. I was working last night.
Oh my God. Well.
Yeah. But I'm here. I'm present.
That's wonderful.
So send me some coffee from your town.
All right, from Mexico for you. Good morning, Chairman Lambert.
Good evening, Chairwoman Ariadne.
Yes, we are with Vice Chair, only Vice Chair. Yes.
Oh, Vice Chair. That's pretty good still. That's pretty good.
Yes.
Right.
Thank you.
I believe we are live, and let me just check. We are indeed. Yes. Thank you, Rebecca. Good to hear from you. Welcome to the Asgardia question and answer session with me, the Chair of Parliament of Asgardia, the world's first space nation and the world's first fully functioning digital democracy. Every Thursday, at about this time, we meet informally for normally a fairly short meeting, actually, to discuss the progress of Asgardia and to meet, and people will make suggestions, sometimes criticisms, but always progress towards the first human habitation in space. As always, I'll start with some announcements, then I'll ask the Deputy Chair, Peter Morn, to summarise what was a very short meeting today. A meeting so short that when I got there, you'd finished it, Peter. 5 minutes. Not a very long meeting at all. There we go. But he'll explain what's happened there. And then we have a presentation today from Benedetto Professor. More of that a little bit later on. So it's going to be a very exciting day. Let me start with some of the announcements. First of all, because of the timing and the other responsibilities of some people who will be presenting at the next Asgardia Legislative Forum, I have moved it to 16 November. 16 November. I'll send a proper note out. Apologies to Linda Ladiona, I haven't sent that note out. I will do that today. So 16 November. Let me just check. Okay, so sorry, I'm just getting a message about Benedetta's presentation. I'm not quite clear if I'm not quite clear. Benedetto, did you want, before I go any further, Benedetto, did you want to do your presentation now? Are you under some time pressure?
No, I have no time pressure. Good evening, everyone. No, I am ready to do the presentation.
Great.
No problem. So
great. Okay, that's good. Then let me go through the through the normal announcements, and Peter will say what he needs to say, and then we'll go to your any questions from that, and then we'll go to your presentation. So 16 November, 1300 to 1800 UTC will be the date. I'll send that note out tonight. So apologies, I have not sent that out yet. And hopefully that means everyone who needs to attend can attend. I need to confirm the date of the next parliamentary sitting. I expect it to be at the end of November, which isn't very far away. It means I'll be very busy now again to get the next digital and final digital parliamentary sitting of the year organized. It might be the first weekend of December. I think that's the most likely time. I'll confirm that next week. That's the second point. Third point, a lot of people have asked me about the Starship, which is taking, or the Life Ship, which is taking many people's DNA to the moon. I do not know a confirmed date yet, but it will be 2025. Yes, I will try to attend if I can. My little Angelina, my 7-year-old, wants to go as well. Let's see if I can take the whole family to watch the launch. And there is still, I think, time to have your DNA sent to space so that when you look up to the moon, or your family looks up to the moon in generations to come, they'll know that you're there. Next, second last point. There's a lot of interest in what Elon Musk is doing. I'm very interested in what he's doing in terms of space. I think he may be the first person to send humans to Mars. I don't know, but I think he may be. I think this is really exciting. The reason I mention it is because we have to get our society ready before we leave. Otherwise, we will work it out in a dangerous way. Maybe we will create the same problems, same mistakes we've made on Earth. And I don't want to see that. I don't want that to happen. So I think watching Elon Musk and his progress is exciting, but it also puts us under even more pressure to deliver what Asgardia is all about. And my final point for tonight, the British Planetary Society is interested in us, and I will see if I can get a representative from there to speak at our next sitting. I do not know if I can do that yet. I might be able to do that, but what I can tell you is I can certainly ask them, and they are very interested in our progress, as I am also interested in their progress. I'm a full member of the British Interplanetary Society, and also I'm a fellow of the Royal Astronomical Society. And if we can get those kinds of organizations on our side, that will be really exciting too. So Peter, over to you, then any questions and comments, and then we go to Benedetto's presentation. Peter.
Thank you, Chair. Yes, we had a very, very full, lengthy and complex meeting tonight of the committee chairs. It's so complex, as you've mentioned, Lambert. By 5 past the hour, we'd finished. Nobody had anything really to report except to tell us that in accordance with the usual protocols, meetings were taking place of the committees and they were getting on quietly with their work. And that's the essence of the Asgardian committees, that the work is done quietly and in the background with occasional flourishes. On this occasion, not a lot of flourish and an awful lot of work in the background. And that's what was happening, and the chairs were doing their job. We also were conscious of the fact that one of our number, Benedetto, is making a presentation tonight, so we didn't want to put any great weight on him or anyone else, so that we could all enjoy the presentation, which we're very much looking forward to. Preparation, of course, in the committees is getting on nicely towards the ALF, and that's about it. Nothing much specific to report, except that it's the way of Asgardia and its committees. We were just quietly working away behind the scenes. That will continue, and the hard work's all done by the chairs and their committees. So thank you to everyone who took part and is doing all of this work. And back to you, Chair.
Thank you very much indeed, Peter. I missed that very full meeting because I was 5 minutes late. I thought you had not started, but I was at the other end. I was at the wrong end. There we go. Right. Thank you, everyone. Any questions or comments on that before we move on? Okay. John finds looking very relaxed in his new spaceship. Right. So let's move on. Today we have a presentation just to explain to you how we do this. We get often our chairs, but it can often be others as well, to make presentations. Often, sometimes they're ministers, for example, to make presentations to us about matters of importance. Now, I won't. There's no point in me introducing Benedetto's subject. He will do that himself. But Benedetto is one of the very lively characters. He'll explain what he does and why he does it. And he's actually written poems as well, which is interesting. I'm just looking. And they are on the internet as well. So Benedetto, let me hand to you. Let me ask you to explain what you do in Asgardia, and then explain what we are going to hear tonight as well. Over to you, sir.
Yes, thank you, Lambert. So I am the chair of the manufacturing committee, and I am a 30 years experienced guy in developing products, connected products from all over the world. So today what I will speak about is the APKI, the Asgardian Project Institute, in which we will follow the project that Asgardian handle, so that we bring them to success. So I will explain that in details.
Okay, go ahead. And if you want to share the screen, that's fine too. Yeah, you are.
I do.
We see it?
So,
yeah, it's fine. We see it.
Okay, so we speak about this, the AppKey website, and what is the AppKey? Just 1 minute. So I go to the presentation and I will explain what AppKey is. So AppKey is the Asgardia Project Coordination Institute and responsible for coordinating, supporting, and managing Asgardia Keys projects. So when an Asgardian will do a project, have an idea about space stuff, but not only, then we can help him to manage this as professionals do to manage projects. And so the mission of the AppKey is to streamline project management, promote innovation, and support the future of Asgardia through well-executed initiatives. Why the AppKey? Because we think that we need to organize and professionalize project management within Asgardia to provide guidance and support to projects with the potential to benefit the Asgardian community and ensure that projects align with Asgardia's goals, such as technological innovation, space exploration, and future Asgardian involvement. So, how AppKey is functioning? We defined a project submission process with a template that I will show later from the website, so that we define clear steps to submit projects from initial ideas and to bring them to the final approval and the effectiveness of the project. We will state some evaluation criteria in viability, innovation, return on investment, and impact on Asgardia. And we will bring support through a platform like Nextcloud that we are looking just now with Jason Berry and Jakob Mulder to centralize documents and to manage project correctly. What we have to understand well here is that we will do projects like we do businesses. This is not a part of Asgardia doing something. It's doing a project like a business that will at the end make money, and this money is at the end profitable to Asgardia, like taxes in all the world. How do we support projects in the app key? First, with technical and administrative assistance, projects receive help from experts in architecture, finance, and management. Methodologies, we will use Agile, Lean, and other best practices for effective project management. And we will provide tools like templates, checklists, and collaboration tools for efficient progress tracking. What are the benefits for the project initiators? First, the access to expertise. Be sure that we support from technical and administrative professionals to ensure project quality. Everything in a project is the fact from professionals, and we need to be in line with each of these professionals. Potential fundings. Maybe projects can receive financial support based on potential ROI, like it's done everywhere with investors. And visibility and legitimacy. Project validated by AppKey gain recognition within Asgardia and beyond. That's the goal we have. So if we speak about project in progress, this is really the launch of the AppKey. And we are looking which projects we can start. And we choose the DSL project from Ugur. We will start it with a brainstorming to be sure that we put in the project ideas that can be viable at the end. And the achievement that we have just now in the AppKey is the ongoing work that we do and the lesson we will learn from what we will start with the AppKey. And what it's like what is done in an incubator everywhere in the world. And for the moment, we have only the DSL. And it's here that we need you, clearly, for what we will do in the future with a new project. Every idea has the potential to become a project. What's yours? Maybe you have one. We can help you to brainstorm this idea and to pick up what is really suitable to make a real project. So then let's discuss and turn it into a reality. You can maybe send a message to me, Jason Berry, or maybe Jakob Mulder. The thematics we have at the moment, which are important, are the space goals of Asgardia, with the first birth in space, and everything that is around that. The Asgardian involvement, that is something very important, and any other initiatives that promise a return on investments and align with the constitution of Asgardia. So if I will summarize what I said, the app key ensures the success of Asgardia's most innovative projects by providing structured support from start to finish. Our mission is to offer the expertise, the resources, and guidance necessary to transform ideas into reality. Every project benefits from our professional framework, ensuring that it aligns with Asgardia's vision for the future. Through AppKey Assistance, we are advancing space exploration, one impactful project at a time. So, join AppKey, maybe, and be part of shaping the future of Asgardia. Together, we can turn visionary ideas into groundbreaking projects. Your contribution starts here. Thank you, and I open again another Q&A session.
Thank you very much, Benedetto. Very nice presentation. And you can leave that up for now. The Asgardia Project Coordination Institute, well, okay, you've taken it away. But I want to ask two questions, and then I'll open it up to everyone else. How do people communicate with this project, the ACPI? How do people actually, APCI, how do people express an interest? Is it directly to you?
The best way is directly to me, or maybe directly to Jacob Mulder. So just by emailing to me, maybe at benedetto.professor@asgardia.space, or I don't know other ways for the moment, but we can discuss this with Jacob.
There is on the website, it mentions 2 email addresses of the APCI itself. So we are findable and mailable.
Okay, so is there a standard pro forma yet? Is there a standard form that can be filled in?
I will show you again. I will show it on the website. It's better.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see on the website. Yeah. Okay.
And here
go ahead.
on the website, you have the AppKey templates, and in this, you have the template project proposal, which is the first template of one project. And in this template, you have everything you have to fill in to complete our project submission.
Super. We need to promote that. It's so straightforward. It's so good that you have done that. My last question for you. Are you charging any fee? Are you charging any enrollment fee for submitting an application?
At the moment, no. We will first bring this to live and to bring first project to success. And when we will be ready, clearly and effective, then we will speak about fee, but not for the moment.
Okay, thank you. Let's go to Ariadne and then John. Ariadne, you're next.
Yeah, thank you very much. Well, congratulations, Benedetto. Is remarkable, this proposal. I wanted to know if it's possible to send to potential investors an invitation to collaborate. Not only join with us, the feedback with them, of a letter, official letter from the manufacturing committee to send many people in the world has a potential investors to send a letter to them. Is possible?
Benedetto, what do you think? Sorry, go on.
When you do a project like this, what needs the investors is at least a pitch deck, a well-done pitch deck, in which you say everything and you clearly define the step you will do and the return on investment. It's where we are here to help to bring each idea to this step. And it's already a long path to come to the pitch deck. So first, you have to bring an idea and to be sure that this idea have a traction that is effective to have a return on investment. So yes, we can, but first we need a serious project with serious return investment at the end.
How are you going to make that assessment about the ROI? Who makes that decision?
It's a work within the people from the team from
Okay.
the IP in relation with the project holder.
Okay. Thank you. John. John?
I'm sorry, the screen froze up there for a second.
No, we can hear you. Okay.
Okay. My question is, anytime you have a good project management tool such as this one, often businesses can be born out of that. And of course, that would eventually, or should at least in some sort of way, involve Minister Dale with the Trade and Commerce. And I was just wondering if have you already, or are you planning on coordinating and collaborating with him as well on this project, on your project management, because of the potential businesses that could come from that? And
I can confirm to you that we already think about Bender, but not only for the team that will interact within the app key. So yes, we need Bendel, but maybe we need Mark Bogan too, and Jacob, and maybe you, John. So we will make this team in the app key to be sure that we have all the brain necessary to do good projects.
Thank you, John. Does that answer your question? Okay. Any other points for Benedetto? I've got one more myself at the end. Let me ask it now. If you want to ask Benedetto another question, please ask it before I finish talking. Benedetto, what are the next steps with this? Is it open for business now?
If you have clearly an idea that can be turned into a business, yes, we can do it. I do this more or less every day in my work. So I know that if there is something at the good stage going to maybe calling for investors, we can go. But we first be sure that the project is serious enough. And yes, we can do it from tomorrow.
Okay. That's exciting. This could make some significant progress for our income as Asgardia. And I really hope that people will do it. Does anyone have a plan to try the system? I would love one person to say that they will submit some kind of a project to this. If you do, that would be great. It would be a test case. And you do not have to be a member of parliament to do this. If you're watching this anywhere in the world and you have that idea that you think could be good for Asgardia, could be good for you, could make money for you and take us further into space, great. It doesn't even have to be into space. I really want to know what your ideas are. I would ask you then to get in touch. Further.
Thank you very much. I am happy for Benedetto and our Minister for Manufacturing, Jacob Mulder. They are backing up us as DSL project. Mr. Uğur Aydın is the first one to go. We will be doing, as Benedetto said, our brainstorming sessions. I think after us, people will be the second and third. And I will be happy to work with Mr. Uğur about the DSL project. I had given my promise to him for the structure of it, and it will be very nice to work with the team of manufacturing. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Jacob?
Yes, I just want to confirm everything that Benedetto said. The most difficult part in starting a project is the business case and the return on investment in it. It is lots of people have lots of ideas, no problem, and that's all very good. But the difficult part of this is the business case and the return on investment. And that is what the templates and the whole procedures and everything that is already on the website of apci.space is about. And it's all focused on doing business. Because of course you can come up with an idea to make very nice things, but if you don't have the money, it will be difficult. So the project has to have something in it that if you start it, you eventually get back the money that you invested in the start of the project. And that is really difficult. But I'm very sure that if you have something like that, if you have such an idea with which can make money for yourself and for Asgardia or for other people, then getting investors is no problem anymore. Yeah, so that's no problem. But the main part is getting a return on investment, getting a description on how you're going to make profit in the project.
Interesting. Yes, I agree with you. I find the situation interesting because there is so much money that people can make, and we haven't yet even begun to understand how to do that. I think there are some colleagues here who understand it. I believe there are viewers who understand this as well around the world. We just need to start doing it rather than talking about it. Further.
Yes, thank you. Yes, there are reports and research has to be done. Also, we will be guided by the APC project, and it will be a long way for us, but will not take long time. I don't think so. And thank you for their help.
Thank you. Totally agree. I think that we're on the verge. We're very close to making all of this work. I really want this to work. Really want this to work now. And I don't want to be in a situation where we're still talking about this in a year or 2 years. I really want us to have something going this year. Ben Dell, the former Deputy Chair of Parliament, he showed that you can set something up and you can make it work, because that's exactly what he has done. So I think we should be optimistic about the prospect of creating businesses that make money for us as individuals and therefore make tax revenue for Asgardia. John.
Yes, I wanted to ask about older projects. Like, for instance, I have my Above Space project, which has already been submitted up the chain, but would you want those projects introduced in there as well? Maybe you can find gaps, or I don't know. Would you all want,
Sorry, go on.
Yeah.
Go on, John.
I was just saying, would you want the older projects that are still some have already been submitted, some of them are pending? Would it be smart to go ahead and put those in the program as well?
Benedetto?
Yes, maybe John, it's a good idea. And just you have to know that if the above project is a project for Asgardia directly, then maybe we can speak about management. But as I know, you wait for an investment from Asgardia for this project. I am true with that or not?
Right. But it has a huge return of investment. The return of an investment is actually like 3 times greater than the initial investment within 30 months. So, but of course, yes, it takes a good chunk of money to get it started. But the fact is, you're going to get all of that money back and a whole lot more. But,
And for sure, if you want our help to put down the project and discuss it with you, it's with pleasure, and it can be only a good thing at the end.
Ariadne.
Thank you very much. I'm totally agree with Minister Mulder, because we have a huge ideas and many ideas to create something important. But the situation is landing that ideas with the support of the money and connect with the clients also. And in this part, we need to create an strategy to building the connection totally. I saw in ministers the great structure that they waving, because what the first example that we have is the connection with the space industry with the Minister Gallagher, and also the connection with the information about the ministers with Dan Profir. That's wonderful, because people needs to know how we are and how we do to create something and certainty with the people. And we are in the beginning, but it's true. We need to create that the idea don't dissolve and vanish it, because needs an structure like a table. The table needs four fits, not only one. And we need to create that. And well, if the connection with the minister is involving with us, we are in the correct path. And I think it's a positive idea. It's my reflection today. Thank you.
Thank you. I do agree with you. Benedetta, do you want to say something about that before I go to Jakob?
No, totally in line with what Jakob said. So I just will add that for the DSL project, what I see inside and behind the DSL project is maybe an Asgardia 2 project, because we will need that for the DSL project itself. So maybe just the DSL project will bring 2 or 3 different projects to have.
Thank you. Jakob.
Yes, just a quick reaction on what John has said before, and that he needs quite an amount of money. To be honest, the amount of money that you require for a initial investment is not that important even. It might be huge. However, if your return on investment, if your business case is good enough, you will get it. I'll like to give an example. I work for a large IT company that is a multinational in IT with lots of people working there and so on. And what we do, what the company I work for does, is for hospitals around the world to give away an MRI machine for free. An MRI machine, which you make photos of the internal of your body, costs something like 5 million euros or 10 million euros, lots of money. Yeah, and we give them away for free, and we give the maintenance of the machine for free for the coming 5 years. And after 5 years, you get a new one again, completely for free. And CGI is quite a large company, so they have the money to do that. But the return on investment is that every picture that is being taken by that machine, a percentage of the money of that goes to the company. which effectively makes it easy for the company to pay for those machines and to give them away for free. And it's also good for the hospital because they don't have to get that 5 million or 10 million euros at the first. And it helps with their capex. What's it called? Anyway, their financial business. And after 5 years, they will have spent every time a small portion of the money of each picture, they will have spent that on the company, and so they will not have been able to save again 10 million euros for a new machine. They don't have to do that because they will get that from our company, but they will not have the money, so they will stay at CGI, at the company later on. Yeah, that way it is good for the hospitals. They get the stuff for free, and everything is paid, and it's also very good for the company because they will keep their customers for the coming 10-15 years because of this way of financing that very expensive device. Well, if you can come up with that kind of example, with that kind of return on investment, even though the investment is huge, in this case it's like 10 million euros per hospital, that's huge amounts of money, but it is no problem for this company because they have a really good return on investment on them. So that's John. Please do enter your great idea and look at the form and fill it in and send it to us, because I'm very curious. Because if it's a good idea, we might just well get it to work.
That's a pretty big offer there. What do you think, John?
Well, absolutely. Well, I mean, I was marketed. All I was a go-between between an established space industry and Asgardia, and I was, because it kind of fit into Asgardia's wheelhouse because it's something on our agenda of what we're trying to do. But we can also frame it as a project within our own parliament here or ministry or whatever, and get investors too. We could do that as well. But if what I'm being told by competent business people, you know, the initial investment, I think is like 500 million, but the return is 2.9 billion. So that's, to me, that seems like pretty good. So, yeah. So, but because it's an untapped market right now, and that's why. But the longer we wait around, the less that market's going to become untapped. There's one company right now that's trying real hard to tap into that market, and they're very close. They're called Vast, and the more and more, as because it's predicted to be a multiple billion-dollar business by 2030, and if we can get in on that on the ground floor, you know, we'll be part of those people who are making that multi-billion dollars. But it's an opportunity right now. 5 years, 10 years down the road, it won't be. The market will be so full that you won't be able to get into it.
So let's challenge the projects and we will see.
Good point. Well made. Ariadne, then Jakob.
Yeah, thank you very much. Well, the investors, the business industries always wants the comfortable landscape to work. And I don't know what is the position in this moment about the double taxes that we need to create or not. I wanted to know about it. Thank you.
I'm not sure if Jacob or Benedetto have an answer to that. Benedetto, do you have anything to say on double taxes?
Yes, we first have to think about the beginning of the Asgardia economy. Then we will speak about taxes. Let's start first and then we will see.
Very practical. And Jacob, you might want to comment on that and then add your other comments.
Yeah, no, it's exactly what Benedetto says. I mean, we first have to make money before we can pay taxes. And we have been working on, Parliament has been working on a tax act. And as soon as I think it helps a lot, will help a lot when we get accepted by the United Nations, because of our Declaration of Independence, that will help creating an Asgardia bank that can connect to SWIFT and everything. That will start things, and that will make the double taxing easier, and it will solve that, I think. I've been working in finance in the past a lot, so I think that should be possible. But I had something else from the thing that John told about the large numbers. That's all very interesting, and I can very much understand that you, John, want to keep things a bit private on the idea because it sounds like a huge idea. So this inspired me. We will add in the contact page of the APKI website, we will add a way that you can enter your ideas in a protected, secure way. So that your email with your smart idea does not go via the normal internet email system, because then it might get hijacked or so. So we'll add proper secure communications to the website. Thank you, John, for the idea, for the inspiration of the idea.
John, you've made a difference again. Anybody else? Does anyone else want to make any comment before I ask Benedetto to summarize?
I wanted just to add, in line with this idea, maybe not now, because I think we are not really ready with the AppKey. It's only the start. But maybe later we can have a link of this institute directly on the website of Asgardia to submit projects directly. So then we have an open door to get new projects.
Okay, thank you. Anything else you want to add before we conclude?
No, thank you all to be here today and to hear about that, and hope maybe you will have an idea to discuss. Maybe I can start again some brainstorming session. The last thing I want to say is we have to do projects in which the project holder have to work really in. It's not just to have an idea and it's all. No, when you have the idea, then you have a lot of work to do to bring this to reality. So just have in head that this is a long path, but it's a business, and at the end, there is money. So thank you to everyone.
Thank you, Benedetto. Very interesting. Great concept, APCI. And we've now got a pathway which is open now to all of you all over the world. You do not have to be a parliamentarian to use this. And I would ask somebody to do it. Someone here, someone out there, and make some money, make a profit out of the newest economy on Earth and the first economy for space. That's a big selling point. And especially in developing countries which may not have a space program, this is a fantastic opportunity to get involved now. And you'll find that document already exists, and that's great news. Right, let me move to any other business. Please raise your hand if you want to say something. By the time I finish my AOB, if no one has raised anything, then we will close the meeting. 16th of November is the date for the next ALF. Next week, I will confirm the date for the parliamentary sitting. I think it will be the first weekend of December, but I will confirm that. if you have got any business ideas, please try the Benedetto approach. Benedetto and Jacob are clearly working very well together. Chair of Manufacturing, Minister for Manufacturing. Do try that. It would be a good idea to get a short update at the beginning of the ALF from you about anyone who's come forward. That might be a possibility. It might be something which is useful. And the final thing is this, as I always say, please do promote Asgardia in the local press. Use your great abilities here in this meeting just to promote Asgardia. Get a story in. Make a story, phone up, whatever you want to do. Let's see if we can get some more coverage for Asgardia. That's all I had tonight. So after we have any other business from you, and Jacob is next, then we will close the meeting. So Jacob, you're next.
I forgot because of the nice presentation and everything we did, Benedetto did and so on, but about the advertising Asgardia, just as an example, I forgot to mention that this afternoon I was in an interview on national radio again here in the Netherlands on, and of course I told about Asgardia.
Again?
Of course, yeah.
The reason this happens is because when you have done one good interview, they keep you on a record.
Yeah.
And they'll have you again. And that's what's happened with Jacob.
Yeah, exactly. That's what happened. Yeah.
Well done. That's very impressive. And I have to say that all of us should be doing this more. I do quite a lot on television. I really want all of us to be out there on television and just making a mark, making a difference. I think that would be fantastic. Just like Jacob, you have. I salute you for that. Well done. Congratulations. I'm a bit jealous, actually. I need to be on television for Asgardia more. Any other business from anyone? Okay, we went to 32. So when we get to 15, I'll shut it down. Thank you, everybody. Thanks to the team as well. Linda, I will respond to your email. I'll do that tonight. And sorry for the delay. Also, Leonie, I'll call you tomorrow morning now, not tonight. And I hope you have a good experience for the rest of the evening. I'm always here. Do get in touch. And 16th of November, very important date for the ALF, 1300 to 1800 UTC. Have a good evening, and thank you, Benedetto, for your presentation as well. We're on the way. Let's make his process work for us and for Asgardia. Wherever you are in the world, do join. If you are not yet a resident of Asgardia, do join. Very simple. Go to Asgardia website. Just put Asgardia Space Nation, and you'll find yourself there straight away. And hopefully you will join the colleagues here and also the colleagues all around the world who want to make a real difference to the future of the human race. Have a good evening, morning, or night, wherever you are. And aho.